Reading Passage 3. You should spend about 20 minutes on questions 27 to 40, which are based on Reading Passage 3 below. Insight or evolution. Two scientists consider the origins of discoveries and other innovative behavior. Scientific discovery is popularly believed to result from the sheer genius of such intellectual stars as naturalist Charles Darwin and the theoretical physicist Albert Einstein. Our view of such unique contributions to science often disregards the person's prior experience and the efforts of their lesser known predecessors. Conventional wisdom also places a great weight on insight in promoting breakthrough scientific achievements as if ideas spontaneously pop into someone's head, fully formed and functional. There may be some limited truth to this view, however, we believe that it largely misrepresents the real nature of scientific discovery as well as that of creativity and innovation in many other realms of human endeavor. Setting aside such greats as Darwin and Einstein, whose monumental contributions are duly celebrated, we suggest that innovation is more a process of trial and error, where two steps forward may sometimes come with one step back, as well as one or more steps to the right or left. This evolutionary view of human innovation undermines the notion of creative genius and recognizes the cumulative nature of scientific progress. Consider one unheralded scientist, John Nicholson, a mathematical physicist working in the 1910s, who postulated the experience of proto-elements in outer space by combining the different numbers of weights of these proto-elements atoms. Nicholson could cover the weights of all the elements in the then unknown periodic table. These successes are all the more noteworthy given the fact that Nicholson was wrong about the presence of those elements and they do not actually exist. Yet, mind his open, fanciful theories and wild speculations, Nicholson also proposed a novel theory about the structure of atoms. Niels Bohr, and the Nobel Prize winning father of modern atomic theory, jumped off from his interesting idea to conceive his now famous model of the atom. What are we to make of this story? One might simply conclude that science is a collective and cumulative enterprise, and that may be true, but there may be a deeper insight to be gleaned. We propose that science is constantly evolving much as the species of animals do. In biological systems, organisms may display new characteristics that result from random genetic mutations. In the same way, random, arbitrary or accidental mutations of ideas may help pave the way for advances in science. If mutations prove beneficial, then the animal or the scientific theory will continue to thrive and perhaps reproduce. Support for this evolutionary view of behavioral innovation comes from many domains. Consider the example of an influential innovation in US horse racing, the so-called ACDC stirrup placement, in which the rider's foot in his left stirrup is placed as much as 25 centimeters lower than the right, is believed to confer important speed advantages when turning on oval tracks. It was developed by a relatively unknown jockey named Jackie Westrop. Had Westrop conducted methodical investigations or examined extensive film records in a shrewd plan to outrun his rivals, had he foreseen the speed advantage that would be conferred by riding ACDC? No. He suffered a leg injury which left him unable to fully bend his left knee. His modifications just happened to coincide with enhanced left-hand turning performance, and this led into the rapid and um, widespread adoption of riding ACDC by many riders. Racing style while uh, continues, which continues in today's um, thoroughbred racing, thoroughbred racing. Plenty of other stories show that fresh advances can arise from error, misadventure, and also pure um, serendipity, a happy accident. For example, in the early 1970s, two employees of the company 3M each had a problem. Spencer Silver had a product, a glue which was only slightly sticky, and no use for it, while his colleague Art Fry was trying to figure out how to fix the temporary bookmarks in his book without damaging its pages. The solution to both these problems was the invention of the brilliantly simple yet phenomenally successful postage note. And such examples give lie to the claim that indigenous designing minds are responsible for human creativity and invention. Far more banal and mechanical forces may be at work, forces that are fundamentally connected to the laws of science. The notions of insight, creativity, and genius are often evoked, but they remain vague and of doubtful scientific utility, especially when one considers the diverse and enduring contributions of individuals such as Plato, Leonardo da Vinci, Shakespeare, Beethoven, Galileo, Newton, Kepler, Curie, Pasteur, and Edison. These notions merely label rather than explain in the evolution of human innovations. We need another approach, and there is a promising candidate. The law of effect was advanced by psychologist Ed- Edward Thorndike in 1898, some 40 years after Charles Darwin published his groundbreaking work on biological evolution, on the origin of species. And this simple law holds that organisms tend to repeat successful behavior and to refrain from performing unsuccessful ones. Just like Darwin's law of natural selection, the law of effect involves an entirely mechanical process of variation and selection without any end objective in sight. Of course, the origin of human innovation demands much further study, in particular the provenance of the raw material on which the law of effect operates is not as clearly known, as that of the genetic mutations on which the law of natural selection operates. The generation of novel ideas and behaviors may not be entirely random, but considers by prior success and failures of the current individual, such as Bohr, or the predecessor, such as Nicholson. The time seems right for abandoning the native notions of intelligent design and genius, and for scientifically exploring the true origins of creative behavior. Questions 27 to 31. Choose the correct letter A, B, C, or D. Write the correct letter in boxes 27 to 31 on your answer sheet. The purpose of the first paragraph is to outline a common assumption. What are the writers doing in the second paragraph? In the second paragraph, criticizing an opinion. In the third paragraph, what do the writers suggest about Darwin and Einstein? They represent an exception unto a general rule. John Nicholson is an example of a person whose ideas laid the foundations for someone else's breakthrough. One is the key point of interest about the SAT's stirrup placement, the simple reason why it was invented. Questions 32 to 36. Do the following statements agree with the claims of the writer in Reading Passage 3? In boxes 32 to 36 on your answer sheet, write yes if the statement agrees with the claims of the writer. No if the statement contradicts the claims of the writer. Not given if it is impossible to say what the writer thinks about this. Acknowledging people such as Plato or Da Vinci as mm, geniuses will help us understand the process by which great minds create new ideas. No. The law of effect was discovered at a time when psychologists were seeking scientific reason why creativity occurs. Not given. The law of effect states that no planning is involved in the behavior of organisms. Yes, the law of effect sets out clear explanations about the sources of new ideas and behaviors. No. Many scientists are now turning away from the notion of intelligent design and genius. Not common. Questions 37 to 40 complete the summary using the list of words A to G below. Write the correct letter A to G in boxes 37 to 40 on your answer sheet. The origins of creative behavior. The traditional view of scientific discovery is that breakthroughs happen when a single great mind of a sudden has sudden inspiration. F. Although this can occur, it is not often the case. Advances are more likely to be the result of a longer process. In some cases, this process involves mistakes. Mistakes. D. Such as Nicholson's theory about proto-elements. In others, a simple necessity may provoke innovation. as with Westrope's decision to modify the position of his riding stirrup. There is also often an element of luck. E. For example, the coincidence of ideas that led into the invention of the post-it note, with both the law of natural selection and the law of effect, that may be no clear goals. B. Involved primarily a process of variation and selection.